Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, this is Lithium017 from my channel, Nintendo Collecting 101, bringing you collecting tip number 65. This one is called Fix It. You might have a console that's not working, you may have a controller that's malfunctioning, or a game that's just not saving properly. What do you do? Well, as a collector, if you get an item and it doesn't work the way it should, you can then try and sell it as a broken item. You can throw it out, terrible option. You can give it away, or you can try and fix it rather than just having it sit in your collection not working properly. So in order to save some money, because you might actually see something in the wild, let's say, or on eBay, that says it's not working or broken or minor malfunctions, you may have some know-how, you may want to learn how to actually fix it, and how to save a lot of money when collecting. So I haven't done this too much, but I'm starting to get into it, and I think there's a lot of resources online already, and I will go through a few of those as well. So first and foremost, I think one of the issues that people are definitely having, especially with their NES console, it just doesn't work anymore. The connecting pins inside just aren't working very well. So you can actually buy a pin connector to make sure your copy of Super Mario Bros. 3 works better. Now, you can actually do this in some retro game shops. The retro game shop in my hometown, for $20, will completely replace it for me. It takes them half an hour, sometimes it depends who's working or who can do it, and I watched them a few times. So you can open up the console with them and actually do it. But if you want to do it yourself, because maybe your retro game shop doesn't do it, or maybe you bought your replacement pin connector online, there is a great video by GanglyM that the link will be below the video, and it's about how to change your 72 pin connector. It's actually also about disabling the lockout chip and cleaning your NES. So that's a great video. So definitely consider doing that because you want to work first time when you hit the power button. You don't want to have that blinking light of death. Almost the equivalent of the red ring of death on the 360. Next, I would like to talk about if you have a console that just doesn't work as well. So sometimes it could be a handheld. It could be one of these, it could be a Game Boy Color. This is a Diahawks one, and it's kind of awesome, it's kind of cool. But how do you open up these things? How do you actually fix them? What are you going to do? Well, you need some tools. You're going to need a screwdriver, and look at what's at the back of it. If you might want to open it up, just say the back, it's supposed to be backlit and it's not working, and you know how to fix that because you can find anything online now. You need the tools. Well, here when you look at the tools and you see what you need, you might realize I don't have the right tool. This is a very specific type of screw. On eBay, you can buy anything, people. eBay is your friend. I love eBay. Nice eBay. You can buy something like this that is a screwdriver specifically made for fixing Nintendo items, and it has the tri-wing, I believe it's called, little bit so that you can get into consoles and get into games and actually open them up and do what you want with them. So I bought this, and I also bought a few of these little bits that go in your screwdrivers, and these ones are for opening up almost everything Nintendo. There's two different ones that came with this set. So these 3 items cost me $8 with shipping, and now the world is my oyster for fixing Nintendo items. Isn't it exciting? It's awesome. So one of them is for opening things like your N64 console. Another one is for trying to get at your games that are older, such as your Game Boy Color games and your Game Boy Advance games and your original Game Boy games. You might want to try and get in those because there's a really weird screw on the back of this. So that's what these little bits are for. $8. Got everything I need, including shipping. Outstanding. Great price. So you might want to figure out how to actually change the back of a backlit console if it is backlit. Most of the time these are not, but you never know. Maybe you want to just get in your DS, maybe you want to get in your 3DS, something's going wrong, it's not working, you can look it up, try and fix it, you can get the tools, anything's online. So definitely do your research about this. I realize it's not backlit, it's just a normal console. I realize, guys, it's alright. Other ones are backlit. I used one of these bits to get in the back of my N64 console because there are so many things to try and get at. under here. There's so many screws, you can see them all over the place. So when I was doing a comparison video of the Diahawks, am I close to pronouncing this right? Correct me, someone, please correct me. When I was doing a comparison video to this to see if someone could fake it. No, you can't. Why can't you? Because this is a smoke console, and that's a bottom black. That's different than the smoke, and it is see-through, it is clear, and it's not the same, and it's different. And I was one of the first collectors to kind of get into that and try to determine you can't make a fake, people. And you can kind of even tell. Look at this orange. The orange is even different. So this is orange, the normal orange that everyone knows is fire, and that's the Diahawks, and they're different. Trust me, they are. Yeah. So you can fix your controller. You can also get into your controller here just by using a normal screwdriver. And you might want to replace your analog stick. You might want to fix that because analog sticks on N64 controllers, they're everyone's worst nightmare. If you were really ambitious, you could put a GameCube thumbstick in an N64 controller. Look it up. You can do your research. You can search how to do that. And on N64 Forever, great forum. I'm an admin on the forum. There was a walkthrough about how to do it from some members. So if you also want to replace the batteries in your games, the save function is not working. Look at all these amazing Pokemon games. Blue, red, yellow, silver, gold, crystal. They're just not working anymore. What do I do? What do I do? I throw it out. I use it as a bookend. I use it as a handkerchief. That would hurt. No, replace the battery. If you look here at my amazing copy of Oracle of Seasons, you can see this. What's that thing right there? Oh my god, it's a battery. That is a battery right there. You can see it. So you can buy a replacement battery. You can open this game up with the special tool that I said that you should get, and then your game will save for another 15 years. Because a lot of them aren't saving anymore. And a lot of them, when you turn back on your game, you lost all your Pokemon, you lost your save file in Zelda, you lost your save file in Metroid, you could have lost everything. So make sure you check in how to do that, and I will refer you to a very good video. This video is by DungeonRPG. It's called Replacing Game Boy Advance Cartridge Battery. And it's solderless, or I can't pronounce that correctly, let's just make fun of me for that. Which means you don't need to actually do any soldering at all. You don't need to do any tools like that. You just simply need to buy an extra battery. It might be a little bit larger than the normal ones that go in those games, but it's okay. So you definitely want to replace all of the... You want to start replacing all the batteries and everything. I need to do this. Same thing with Super Nintendo games. Some NES games, you got to replace those batteries. So that is collecting tip number 65. It was a little bit long, but there were several things I wanted to talk about. Make sure you learn how to fix your stuff if you're a hardcore collector and you want to save some money. Feel free to follow me on Facebook or Twitter. Feel free to wait a few more days for my game room tour. That will be my next video. It's coming in a few days. Don't worry, I haven't forgot about it. But remember, as always, game on.